Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is just a few weeks away, and I was lucky enough to play a few hours of the game ahead of the release date. So, here's what I think so far. As ever with Fire Emblem games, the core of the gameplay consists of tactical battles. These battles vary from 6-on-6 skirmishes, which you'll encounter in the world map, to the more grand spectacle of qualifying rounds of the heroic games. That's the tournament at the centre of Fortune Weave's story. The battle mechanics feel fairly similar to how they did in Fire Emblem Three Houses, or Engage, but that's by no means a bad thing, with plenty of tactical nuance for those looking for a challenge. Fortunately for me, who's not exactly a master tactician, there are casual modes, so you don't have to deal with permadeath if you lose a character in the middle of a bout. Outside of the classic strategy turn-based gameplay, you've also got a new mechanic, in the form of clashes. You'll encounter clashes in dungeons or sometimes as part of the story. These clashes feel more like something from old school Pokemon or Final Fantasy games. Essentially, you and your opponent take turns hammering each other. The goal is for you to come out on top and not lose your health points before they do. It's hardly innovative, as it's a battle mechanic that we've seen in games going back 30 years, but for the Fire Emblem series, it makes a nice change of pace. Moving on to the story, and this is where things get a bit complicated, as I don't want to spoil anything here, but a lot happens in the first couple of hours of the game. What you might already know though is that there are 5 playable characters in Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, and so far I've spent the bulk of my time with Kai and Dietrich. Both characters are really well written, from their personalities to their justifications for entering the heroic games. They each also have their own entourage, which is similarly full of interesting characters. So far, my favourite is Fabio, a mysterious magician who finds himself working together with Dietrich. I'm not 100% yet, but it feels like there might be something more going on there than just camaraderie, if you know what I'm saying. Of course, you can recruit more characters to fight alongside you, as is the way in a Fire Emblem game. As for everything else I've experienced so far, from the visuals, to the soundtracking, to the voice cast, it feels like a continuation of Three Houses, rather than Fire Emblem Engage, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I don't have anything against Engage, but it feels just a bit more like a Saturday morning cartoon, rather than the epic fantasy that was Fire Emblem Three Houses. So, with all that I've experienced so far, I'm really optimistic about how this one's going to turn out. And honestly, it might have Game of the Year written on it for me already. You'll have to wait a little while yet for our full review, which will come closer to the release date, but for now, for all the latest from the world of Nintendo, mobile gaming, and more, like this video and subscribe to Pocket Tactics.